How much does it actually cost to start an Amazon business? Can you start with 500? Can you start with 1,000? Can you start with 5,000? Do you need 20,000? How much do you really need? In this video, we're going to cover all that. There are some basic stuff here, and there are also some additional stuff that I've added. And if you stick around until the end of the video, I'm going to give you a quick hack on how to maximize your Amazon listing and get the most for your buck for a very, very, very small investment. So if this is your first time to the channel, consider subscribing. Also drop your comments in the comment section because we'd love to see what other videos you'd like to see from our channel and also what questions you have. So let's go ahead and get right in. The very first thing is tools. Now, why are tools important? Because when you're first starting out, you need to be able to analyze numbers. You need to be able to look at different categories and different trends and different things that are happening in the market. And going through it manually is not the best use of your time. Trust me on this. This is how I did it 6-7 years ago when I first started. There wasn't Jungle Scouts, there wasn't Helium 10, there wasn't all these fancy tools that are there right now. And trust me, it felt like I was in a desert and just really trying to, go around and around and around, and I just couldn't figure things out. And I was just missing so many things. So tools are very important for us. We use Helium 10. Now, Helium 10 costs for the basic one, I think they have a 14-day trial or something like that, but for the basic one, it's $97 a month. If you go through our discount code, which I'm going to put below this video right now, first month is 50% off, and then moving forward, it's 10% off per month. So first month will be like $47, and then moving forward, it'll be like $87 or something. Obviously, unless you are going to use all of their tools later, like the email follow-ups and PPC management and all that stuff, you really are only going to need it for like 1 or 2 months to do your product research and keyword search and all that, and after that you can cancel, right? Again, I'll link our promo codes and discounts below this video. The second thing is product. Obviously, this is very important. If you don't have a product, well, what the hell, right? So it depends on what kind of product you're going to actually sell. The average product, the average $20 to $30 product, say you're going to order, for the sake of this video, we're just going to take a $20, $30 product and you're going to order 300 units, right? So on average, we say that you should, and your DDP price, this is important, you want to write this down, your DDP price should be not more than your sell price should not, your DDP price should not be more than 25 to 35% of your sell price. So if your target sell price is, say, for ease of numbers, is $20, then your DDP price, DDP is manufacturing plus shipping included, right, all the way to Amazon's warehouse. $20, then your DDP price should be not more than $5 to $6.50 per unit, right? Times 300 equals, let me grab my calculator. So if we have $5 times 300, so this is 15. So 1,500 to 650 times 300, 1950. Okay, so this is if you're going to sell a $20 product and if you're going to order 300 units. And this should be your DDP price, 5 to 650. So 25%, always think with 25%, okay? So you should be investing about this much. Now the second thing is going to be the third thing is going to be your photography. You could definitely do your own pictures, but I've seen students take like this little photo booth thing or whatever, the black box, and then do it themselves. I personally would highly suggest that you guys do a professional. We have our own that we provide for our own students, and usually these cost between $150 to $250 for seven Amazon AMZ pics. So Amazon ready pictures, infographic, the right size, all that stuff ready to go. Okay, again, $150 to $250. You could do it. There is a cheaper way. You could do your own. Hire someone on Fiverr. Do not use your supplier's pictures. Please do yourself a favor. Do not use your supplier's pictures because they've sent them to tens of other people, and other sellers are going to have those pictures on their listings as well, and it's just not going to look pretty. Invest that money there. It's a one-time investment, and trust me when I say this, it'll definitely be worth it. Now look, if you're enjoying this video so far, smash that thumbs up button for me. And if this is your first time to the channel, consider subscribing. So let's go to number 4. This is UPC. I used to always suggest Barcodes Mania, just regular UPC, and it was like, I think 3 for $10, but you could do GS1, which is the place where Amazon suggests or recommends. I want to say, I think they lowered their price because before you had to pay $250 per year, and you would get up to 10, and you'd need to renew. But I think now you could buy one, and I want to say it's either $25 or $50, right? So just for the sake of this video, we're going to say $50 just in case, because I don't want you guys to, I don't want to say a number. I don't want to be conservative, right? So $50. Listing. Now this is optional to actually hire someone to do it. I don't know what your experience is. I don't know if you have a program that you're enrolled in. If you did, then they should teach you how to do it. We teach our students how to create optimized listings, but then we also like for our business, we have someone that we've outsourced that task and they do it for us. This is all they do. This is their business, right? They create listings, very well optimized. They ask you for your keywords. They do keyword search. They do all that. So that's very important, because not only creating a pretty looking listing is important, but also what keywords that listing is optimized for is very important, because when the customer is searching, you want your product to show up and not somebody else's. This is optional. Again, you could do it yourself, but if you do it for our students, so it's usually between $150 to $200. For our BJK University students, it's $115. And this money doesn't come to us. It's a third-party company, but you would get charged $150 if you go to them, but they charge our BJK University students $115, so it's a $45 or $35 discount. Okay. LLC. This is not very important, but I'm going to talk about it here in just a second. Now look. If this sounds complicated for you and you're trying to sell on Amazon and you're like, Bashar, this sounds great, but I want to make sure that, this is not a joke, right? $2,000 here. I mean, it adds up. We're talking about a $3,000 to $5,000 budget just for the product, not including coaching or any of that. So if you want to have a professional walk you through it and make sure that you avoid making as many mistakes as possible, and accelerate your learning curve and accelerate profitability, get the profitability as quickly as possible, below this video, you can go to a short presentation where we explain to you what BJK University is all about and how you can get involved. So be sure to check out that link. So LLC, as a business, any business, doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're doing Amazon FBA or whatever business you're doing, you want to make sure that you as a person and your business, there is a wall, or there's something that's what's the word that I'm looking for? Something that's separating you between you and the business, especially when you're selling products. For instance, whatever happens, like when I owned the restaurant, right? It's very possible that someone can come in, something that's spoiled in the fridge, cook didn't see it, they cook it, they get food poisoning. Or, because it was a bar, people are drinking. What if someone got into a fight, cracked someone's skull open? The business can get sued, right? If the business goes under for whatever reason, they get sued, we can't afford to pay them, whatever, you don't want the person to come after your assets, right? So whatever happens in your business, you want it to be contained in the business. The business assets, all that can go. But then if you own your own house or have money in the bank personally, you don't want people to be able to come after that. That's number one. Number two, entities are a great shell for, they're called shell corporations, kind of, for taxes. They're tax havens pretty much, because as a person, you pay taxes at the highest rates, but a company can write things off, right? Like for instance, electricity, I write this off on my business, but as a person, I cannot write anything off. And it's the main reason why, as an employee, as a W-9 employee, you get your taxes taken out of your check before you even take your check, because the government does not trust you. But as a business, all of your money comes to you, and after all of your expenses, you only pay the government taxes on what's left, right? So that's one of also the most important ones. Obviously, when you're starting, you're probably not going to be making a whole lot of money, even if you're going to be for the first 6 to 12 months. It is an additional cost of, depends on if you're going to do it yourself. I know that I filed an LLC about 3-4 months ago through LegalZoom. It took about 2 to 4 weeks or something like that, and it cost me between $500 to $700. I'm not exactly sure. So let's just say between $500 to $1,000. Again, this is not a must when you're first starting out. If you're working on a low budget, this is definitely not necessary. You could do it 6 to 12 months later, no problem, right? Worst case scenario, you might pay a few $100, depends on how much you're gonna make. You might pay a little extra on taxes, but hey, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Even if you have to pay a little extra on taxes first year, whatever, next year, moving forward, you're gonna be good, okay? Brand registry. Now, this is super important, and I wanna spend some time talking about this. So this is the extra thing that I wanted to add here, and I was kind of a little hesitant, but before we even get into here, let's go ahead and total this out and see how much this is, and then I'll show you, first, I'll show you a couple things about this, why it's important, how you could do it for cheap, and that's it, okay? So let's go ahead and total this out. Let me grab my red pen. So again, if you're enjoying the video so far, do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button and drop your questions in the comments below. We want to know what you guys think about all this. So, so let's say you're gonna do everything. I'm gonna give you an everything and then like not so much everything, right? So let's say you're gonna do first month $47, so $47 for the tool, product. So product, let's just say $2,000 for ease of numbers. Photography, so say we're gonna do it $250, and as you can see here, I'm taking all the highest numbers, right? So yours might look a little different or a little lower. UPC, we're gonna say it's $50. Listing, we're gonna say we're gonna do the listing, so it's and then we're gonna say you're not gonna have the discount, you're gonna go directly to them, so that's $150. And then LLC, let's say you're gonna do the LLC and it's gonna cost you $1,000, so let's say it's $1,000. And then so let's total this stuff out here. So, and then again, this could be like just 1 month or 2 months, and then you could go ahead and cancel it after, but we're just gonna say that you're gonna do it. Well, actually, let's say you're not gonna have our discount, because you're not gonna have our discount, right? So let's just say it's 97. So let's say you're not gonna have our discount. So this and this, you're not gonna have our discount, okay? So it's 97 plus 2,000 plus 250 plus 50 plus 150 plus 1,000. Okay, so this is $3,547. So $3,547. Okay, this is like kind of going up. Obviously, you want to have more money, especially if you're going to do it by yourself. If you're going to do it by yourself, or if you're going to have like if you're going to enroll in BJK University, you want to have more money, because if you're going to do it by yourself, you want to have some cushion for trial and error, because you might, you know, launch products that shouldn't be. You might, spend money extra on PPC that you shouldn't. You might launch a product that's completely dud. And then if you're going to enroll in a coaching program, depends on how much that is, you know, for BJK University, for instance, you want to have a few $1,000s extra to make sure that you cover that, right? So that's about that much. Now, brand registry, why is that important, and what does that mean for you? So when you get brand registered on Amazon, a few things happen. Many things unlock for you. The ability to run banner ads. Like, I'm pretty sure you've seen it, and I actually have a video on that where I show you how to do that if you scroll through our channel, where I talk about banner ads and brand registry. And what happens is, when you're scrolling through, you're going to see like these banners going across with video ads and stuff like that. You can do video ads. Inside of your listing, you could have picture, like in your description, you can have videos and pictures. You can upload videos of your product to your listing, which regular listings don't do. And then there also, Amazon has this new project called influencer marketing, where a bunch of influencers that have social media following, you can send them your product, and then they will go live, and then they will like talk about it and stuff like that, and drive sales to you. So a lot of awesome ways that you can have as a like an advantage against your competition that gets added to your product when you get brand registered. Now, if you go the traditional route of hiring someone to do it, it costs between $1,000 to $2,000. However, for our BJK University students, we've gone through the whole process ourselves, and we've downloaded 3 PDFs that are pages and pages and pages long, where we show them exactly how to do it. But if you if you do it that way, it really only costs you $250. That's it. Just $250, because the only thing you need to do is you need to just trademark your brand. You select a brand, you go to the uspto.gov, you register your brand, and it's only $250. You only need to do it for one class. It'll ask you classes, which means like categories. Even if you're trying to list different products in different categories, it doesn't matter to Amazon. You just register your brand. Within a week, you get the okay that, hey, your application is live. You take that number, you go to Amazon, you apply for brand registry, and boom, within about 2 to 3 weeks, you'll have brand registry, and then you can go ahead and get your listing, A+ content uploaded to your listing and get going, okay? So hope this helped you here. Just a basic breakdown of how much it costs you to start an Amazon business. Again, if you found this video valuable, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and give it a thumbs up. And below this video, there is a small presentation that explains to you exactly how you can get involved with BJK University and how we can help you. So go ahead and feel free to check it out. Until then, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.